Item Number SCP-137. Index Man-Machine. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-137 must never be allowed to leave his testing area. Personnel are advised to use non-lethal force to keep SCP-137 inside of his containment, as any injury inflicted will be met with disciplinary action. No personal electronic devices are to be brought into containment, nor are any radio signals allowed to penetrate into or out of containment. In case of breach with radio signals, SCP-137 is to be tranquilized and rendered unconscious. If any electronic equipment on base is operating unexpectedly, notify command immediately. See Addendum 137-B. Under no circumstances is SCP-137 to be made aware of SCP-079. Though it would be interesting to see whether SCP-079 or SCP-137 dominates the organic parts of SCP-137, the possibility of SCP-137 gaining incredible strength or SCP-079 gaining the benefits of an organic memory system with the additional theorized possibility of the ability to hack living organisms, see Addendum 137-E, is too dangerous to be ignored. Description: SCP-137 appears to be a male Caucasian of roughly 40 years of age, but is missing the back portion of his skull, his left arm, several cervical vertebrae, and his lower legs. In their place, there are numerous computer and electronic implants that give SCP-137 the ability to interact with numerous electronic devices, and, in most cases, allow complete domination over the objects. SCP-137 answers to the name Michael, and has been commented on being rather pleasant to communicate with, but has been known to act hostile when referred to as SCP-137. SCP-137 is not able to cause much physical harm due to his limited mobility, but has shown desires to hack and manipulate any electrical equipment. It is theorized that SCP-137 could become a very dangerous entity if allowed access to the Internet or a critical SCP control system, and, under orders from Major, is to be contained no less than half a kilometer from any access points in case of a breach. Addendum 137-B. To all SCP personnel, if problems with Clearance Level 5 computers or sensors are detected, notify command immediately. If problems with Clearance Level 4 computers or sensors are detected, notify your superiors immediately. Do not notify command if a vending machine or cellular phone is not working properly. Notify Sergeant or Lieutenant. In technical support, anyone caught in violation of this will be subject to removal of said equipment, as well as any other disciplinary actions seen fit by SCP Command. Addendum 137-C. To all SCP personnel, Command staff requires that all personnel that come into contact with Specimen SCP-137 leave all communications devices outside of the secure area. Use of the non-personal cellular telephone storage lockers prior to entry is required. Also, use of broad-spectrum frequency computers prior to entry and exit from Specimen SCP-137's isolation chamber to ensure that RF screening has not been compromised is required. Addendum 137-F. Further research into the origin of SCP-137 has yielded mixed results. Questioning SCP-137 only resulted in his lack of knowledge, claiming it can't remember what happened, but it did manage to remember and accurately describe a small village named Pusztawatlaka in Hungary. However, the driver's license found on SCP-137 shows that his name is Michael Smith, and he is from California. Inquiry into the California DMV shows that no such license number exists. Examination of the clothing that was worn at the time indicates mud samples and plant growth identified as Siberian. The only traceable piece of electronic equipment in SCP-137 is a chip with the words "Damned Fine Memory" and a logo on it that measures 0.5 mm across. Attempts to pinpoint this have led to a now defunct Silicon Valley factory. Addendum 127-G. In research, we placed subject SCP-137 with SCP-003. SCP-137 became agitated and claimed SCP-003 was an abomination, most probably simply a choice adjective rather than anything more interesting, Dr. Faradat, and proceeded to attempt to destroy it. He was then tranquilized and brought back to his room, where he was distressed for the remainder of the day. SCP-137 continues to occasionally inquire about SCP-003, though he has apparently learned that we will not cooperate with his requests for its destruction.